Alright, you are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So today is the day Donald Trump got inaugurated for the second time. I didn't watch it. I don't particularly care what happened at it. I heard there was a rally and YMCA played. That I also don't care about. Apparently George W. Bush didn't shake Clinton's hand, and I suppose there's some sort of feud between those two war criminals that's going on. I don't know. I also don't care about that. Apparently Nelly got in trouble for singing. Who cares? Biden pardoned Fauci, which is a strange thing to do for someone who's not a criminal, is to preemptively pardon them. But fucking, I don't know, make of that what you will. I also don't particularly care about that. I do care about that more than the other things because that is just fucking crazy. Crazy to preemptively pardon Fauci. Like, can we get a little explanation about that? Like, can we just get a rundown? Like, is there a blurb? The guy everyone's accusing of pretty much creating and funding COVID and then pushing the vaccines was pardoned by the outgoing president. Was preemptively pardoned. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I didn't really care about any of that. All I cared about today was Bitcoin hit an all-time high, 108,000 US dollars. I think it tipped 109,000 US dollars, and that is 175,000 Australian dollars for one Bitcoin. And I don't even particularly care about that much. That caught my eye. But the thing that caught my eye even more was a photo reposted by Michael Saylor of Eric Trump. And it's Eric Trump, David Sachs, and Michael Saylor standing together with Eric Trump saying, "To the moon." Now, the significance of that. So, Eric Trump standing in the middle of the photo, Donald Trump's son, a Bitcoiner. To the right is David Sachs, newly appointed crypto czar for Donald Trump and also a Bitcoiner. And on the left, Michael Saylor, the owner of MicroStrategy, the largest holder of Bitcoin in the world with 450,000. Well, the largest publicly traded company. Now, these three are standing together, and Eric Trump's saying "to the moon." Now, I know I've been talking about it for years now. I've been trying to get it through to you. I've been trying to explain to you what this is. This isn't something that's just going to be going to like 115,000, then it's going to go back down to 60,000. This thing is going to like 350, 450 over 10 years to $1 million. Then it's going to go to 3.5 million. Then it's go to 10 million. Then it's going to go to fucking 50 million. Then it's going to go to 100 million. Probably not in my lifetime. It's going to get to like 50 or 100 million. Although it probably could. But this isn't some fucking flash in the pan thing. This is the thing. And if these three people are sitting at the table together at the Donald Trump fucking inauguration dinner or whatever the fuck it was, like there's only one thing happening. Like it's starting. The big boys are starting to figure out what the fuck it is. This is what I was saying 3 or 4 years ago. I'm like, the people know before the big companies know. The big companies still haven't moved yet. They haven't fully moved. Like, they haven't even really started adopting Bitcoin yet. There's a few here and there, and it's still at 108,000 US dollars per Bitcoin. Like, the general public have had 15 years to front run these cunts, and now the big boys are coming to play. There is about to be so much fucking money poured into this thing that it's just going to start sucking up absolutely everything. People are very, very confused about what this is as well. It's not even the 108,000 or the fucking 10 million that it's eventually going to be worth. That's not it. What's valuable is the Bitcoin. That's the value. The currency that you purchase the Bitcoin in is going to zero. The purchasing power of every single currency in the entire world, including the US dollar, over the last 100 years has gone to zero. Over 100 years, the US dollar has lost like 99.7% of its purchasing power. Every other currency in the world is worse than the US dollar. So it doesn't really matter what price you buy Bitcoin at. Bitcoin is the valuable thing. You're using random bits of printed paper to buy the most fucking valuable asset in the history of humanity. And it is already the most valuable asset in the history of humanity. The only thing is, only a handful of people know that. But the big boys are starting to figure it out. I don't think they fully understand what it is. What it is, if you really want to know what it is, it's the truth. It's an honest, incorruptible system. So the foundations of the current system we're living in is greed and theft. Theft being inflation and debt. And the future system, which is Bitcoin, is the truth. So you are forced into honesty. This is the revolution. They're going to try and crush it. They're going to try and co-opt it. There's going to be fucking massive Bitcoin wars and all that sort of shit. But eventually Bitcoin will win. Because once the light gets switched on by Bitcoin, you can't switch it off. It's impossible. You see everything for what it is. So what I'm really saying is, it doesn't matter what price you buy Bitcoin at. You're going to have to buy it regardless at some point. Bitcoin is the valuable thing. That is the valuable thing. All the currencies of the entire world are crashing into Bitcoin. If you look at the charts of every currency in the entire world against the US dollar, they are all crashing into the US dollar. And if you look at the chart of the US dollar against Bitcoin, the US dollar is crashing into Bitcoin. And this is how governments are forced into truth by Bitcoin. Because if they do the right thing, if the government is fiscally, which is just basically spending wise, responsible, the price of Bitcoin goes down. And when they're spending and printing money, the price of Bitcoin goes up. The problem with the current system is, unless you are spending and printing money, the system collapses. So this system has to collapse. It is inevitable. There's no way out. You can't print your way out of this. And as soon as you become responsible, it crashes quicker. So the only way you can protect yourself is in Bitcoin. I keep repeating myself over and over again. It gets through, the message gets through to some people here and there, but it fucking takes a while. It doesn't matter what price you buy Bitcoin at, okay? If you wait longer, you're just going to get less Bitcoin, but you're going to have to get Bitcoin anyway. If you buy now, you're going to get more. It might crash back down, who knows? Have a little bit of money on hand to buy it if it crashes, but just get some fucking Bitcoin. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that rant went way longer than I thought it was going to go for. I've got a few things to do, so I'm going to come back and do the Ask Boyle tomorrow. I've got a real good Ask Boyle. I was psyched about doing it, but I don't want to be here all fucking night. So anyway, fucking let's go. That'll do for tonight, and I'll see you the fuck later.